Life and death, two sides of the same coin, shape every moment of our existence. We are born, we live, we love, and eventually we return to the mystery from which we came. There is an undeniable certainty in both, life and death, yet each holds profound beauty, purpose, and significance. Today, I want to talk about embracing both these truths with courage, hope, and joy. We live in a world that often tells us to avoid talking about death, to fear it, to run from it. We are taught to cling to life as if it were something we could hold in our hands forever. But the truth is, life is fleeting. From the moment we take our first breath, time begins its dance, and we are granted the privilege of experiencing the world around us. However, the very brevity of life is not something to fear, it's something to celebrate. The preciousness of life. Imagine a world where we knew we had unlimited time. Would we still cherish every sunrise, every moment spent with loved ones, every opportunity to learn, to grow, to love, or would we take it for granted? The beauty of life lies in its impermanence. Knowing that our time here is limited pushes us to make the most of every moment, to truly live. Life, in all its complexity, is a gift. Every breath, every heartbeat, every experience, whether joyful or painful, contributes to the richness of our existence. It is a journey filled with countless opportunities to learn, grow, and connect with one another. Life is a dance of moments, both grand and small, that shape who we are. It is in these moments that we find meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Think about the people you love. Think about the dreams you hold close to your heart. Think about the moments that have taken your breath away. The first time you saw the ocean, the sound of a baby's laughter, or the peace of watching the stars on a clear night. These moments, though fleeting, are what make life so incredibly precious. They remind us that each day is a chance to create, to love, to give, and to live with purpose. However, sometimes we lose sight of this. Life gets busy, responsibilities pile up, and the weight of the world can feel overwhelming. We often find ourselves caught up in the hustle, running from one task to another, constantly striving to achieve, to accumulate, to succeed. And while there is nothing wrong with ambition or hard work, we must remember to pause. We must remember to breathe, to reflect, and to appreciate the moments that truly matter. What is it that makes life meaningful? It's not the material possessions we gather, nor the titles we hold, but the connections we make with others. It's the love we give and receive, the kindness we show, the compassion we offer. In the grand scheme of things, it's the small, seemingly insignificant moments that create a lifetime of meaning. A smile, a hug, a shared meal, a quiet conversation, these are the moments that matter. When we understand this, we begin to live differently. We begin to prioritize relationships over accomplishments, experiences over possessions, and presence over productivity. We realize that life is not about how much we can accumulate, but about how deeply we can connect with the world around us. And yet, in the midst of this, there is the shadow of death. Death is often seen as something dark and terrifying. We fear the unknown, the finality of it all. But what if I told you that death is not the enemy? It is not something to dread, but rather a natural part of the cycle of life. Without death, life would lose its meaning. It is death that gives life its urgency, its vibrancy, its beauty. We fear death because we fear the loss of control, the uncertainty of what comes next. We fear the end of our story, the thought of leaving behind the people we love and the things we know. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if, instead of viewing death as the end, we saw it as a transition, a doorway to something new, something unknown but potentially beautiful? The truth is, death is not the opposite of life. It is a part of life. Just as the seasons change from spring to summer to autumn to winter, so too does the human experience move through cycles of birth, growth, decline, and death. Each stage has its purpose, its beauty, its challenges, and its rewards. Our society often avoids talking about death, pushing it to the margins, treating it as something to be feared and ignored. But in doing so, we rob ourselves of the opportunity to fully engage with life. When we confront the reality of death, we gain a deeper appreciation for the life we have. We are reminded that our time is finite and that we must make the most of it. So, how do we live fully? How do we make the most of the time we are given? It begins with understanding that life is not measured by the number of years we live, but by the depth of our experiences and the impact we have on others. Our purpose is not to simply exist, but to live with intention, to make a difference, to leave the world a little better than we found it. Each of us has a unique purpose, a reason for being here. It may be to raise a family, to inspire others, to create art, to heal, to teach, or to serve. Whatever your purpose is, embrace it wholeheartedly. Do not wait for tomorrow to pursue your dreams. Do not put off the things that matter most. Tomorrow is never guaranteed, and the time to act is now. One of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves and others is the gift of presence. Be present in your life. Be present with the people you love. Be present in the moments of joy and even in the moments of pain. Life is not always easy, but it is always worth living when we are fully engaged with it. Sometimes finding our purpose can feel like an overwhelming task. We may feel lost, unsure of what we are meant to do or who we are meant to be. But the beauty of life is that it gives us the freedom to explore, to try new things, to make mistakes, and to grow. Our purpose may not be something grand or earth-shattering. It may simply be to live with love and kindness, to be a light in someone else's darkness, to make a small but meaningful impact on the world around us. Whatever your purpose may be, know that it matters. Know that you matter. Every life has significance. Every person has the power to make a difference. You may not always see the impact you have on others, but rest assured that your kindness, your compassion, and your love ripple out into the world in ways you cannot even imagine. When we come to terms with the fact that we will not live forever, we can begin to appreciate life in a deeper way. We stop chasing after material things that do not truly matter, and instead we focus on what is real: love, connection, growth, and purpose. Our mortality is not something to run from. It is something to embrace. It reminds us that every day is a gift, every moment is an opportunity, and every person we meet is a chance to connect on a deeper level. By embracing our mortality, we free ourselves from the chains of fear and uncertainty. We begin to live with more passion, more purpose, and more joy. We realize that life is not about how long we live, but how well we live. Embracing mortality also allows us to release the fear of failure. When we realize that our time is limited, we are more willing to take risks, to step outside of our comfort zones, to chase our dreams. We understand that the only real failure is not trying. As the saying goes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. When we stop fearing death, we start living fully. Consider the legacy you want to leave behind. What will people remember about you when you are gone? What values do you want to pass on to future generations? What impact do you want to have on the world? These questions can guide us in living a life of purpose and meaning. Death does not have to be something we fear. It can be something we approach with peace, knowing that we have lived a life of meaning and purpose. When our time comes, we can rest knowing that we have given our best, that we have loved deeply, and that we have made a difference in the lives of others. For those who believe in something beyond this life, death is not the end, but a new beginning. It is a journey into the unknown, but one that holds the promise of peace, reunion, and eternal love. Even for those who do not hold such beliefs, death can be viewed as a natural part of the cycle of life, a return to the earth, and a continuation of the legacy we leave behind. One of the most powerful ways to find peace in the face of death is to cultivate gratitude. When we focus on all that we have been given in life, rather than what we stand to lose, we begin to shift our perspective. Gratitude allows us to see the beauty in every moment, the gifts in every challenge, and the blessings in every experience. As we near the end of our lives, it is gratitude that helps us let go with grace. It is gratitude that allows us to look back on our journey with satisfaction, knowing that we have lived fully. Understand, life is a gift, and death is a part of that gift. Instead of fearing the end, let us focus on living fully, loving deeply, and embracing every moment we are given. Let us live with purpose, knowing that our time here is limited, but that we have the power to make a difference in the lives of others. And when our time comes, let us approach death with peace, knowing that we have lived a life well lived, a life of love, and a life of meaning.